Okay, welcome back to Low Ink. Sorry about the small delay. Battlefy went down, and Battlefy is our kind of tournament hosting site, and it started breaking. So that's promising, but we're back, and we got round 3 ready. So, right now we're gonna solve a few more issues, but for now, we are trying to we're trying to like set up round 3. But we are really close. All players are in the private battle, and we are going to start.
Battlefy chose a really good moment to die in between round. Beautiful. Thank you, Battlefy. Really appreciate it.
Good job. Okay, looks like comps are set up, and we are going to be starting round 3 after they're already setting up the comps. So we are going to be playing on Clan Blitz Snapper. I like this map. I like this mode. And that's all I have to say for it. What do you think?
Honestly, Snapper. It's a mistake. Right, what? Don't like it.
Didn't hear that.
Oh,
Didn't hear you. Can't hear you.
I don't know what you're on about. Oh.
Okay, well, attack mode versus
Inception.
Inception is playing. Should have mentioned that. My bad. But right now they're starting, so good start to round 3. Very promising. Very professional. But we are seeing Hydra heavy. I always look at backliners first. I'm biased.
Yes.
Otherwise, pretty normal comps. Inception opting for a junior. I think that's interesting for playing Blitz. Keeps map control and armor, but not so much on the aggression.
Yeah. Bomb spam could help pushing street, but
that's a good call. Yeah. For sure. But Inception already taking a few down, and Attack Mode taking a few down. Kind of a neutral start so far. But Inception seems to be charging up their specials. They already used 2 of them, and they already got pushed. Didn't even see that. Oh my goodness. Good job on Inception's part. However, it was only 80 points, and Attack Mode all recuperated, so that's going to be that push.
It's a very good pace for Inception, though. Getting a clan in the first minute. Breaking that defense. It's just, can they do it again, or can it stop them?
Yeah, for sure. We are seeing a baller in play. Not sure where it's at. I would assume it's near the basket, and they are jumping. So yeah, attack mode already going for a push. Lots of claims around the basket. Let's see if they can hopefully get something in.
Push and a counter push in the first minute was good. It's shaping up to be a good game.
They're very fast paced so far. Pity claims being given. Tecmo could have gotten a lead easily there because they still do have their pity claim. Both teams do now, so. Very evenly matched game. Constantly seeing some one-down situations. However, now Inception kind of has an opportunity, throwing each other some clams, using lots of specials. This is their chance. Attack mode going in. Doesn't have a claim. They still have that pity claim. No one picked it up. That's unfortunate. However, that didn't go very far as they would probably like. They definitely had an opportunity because lots of players had lots of claims, but no one had the power claim to start it.
Absolutely. It's all about that communication, making sure whoever's closest to it picks up the pity claim, or at least getting it sorted out in some way.
The claim blitz is very difficult to keep in communication with the other modes, and now someone has picked up the pity claim. 2 specials ready on attack mode side, so let's see if they can make something happen.
Oh, the
Inception, very good flank, and they have lots of specials. That's a wipe.
And a trade, that's a wipe. They have enough claims to make a power clamp. Do they have a clamp? I'm pretty sure they do.
There's lots of claims behind them, so yep, they do. And lots of claims around the basket, so this could be a huge push if they can just keep up the pressure and not get pinched. Looks like they are going to get pinched. That does take out the heavy and the
slowly get pushed out of street. Attack mode, trying to sort out that snipe. Goes down.
Doing a pretty good job, like, suppressing an otherwise pretty substantial push, but this is still pretty doable on their part, so if they can just make one more push, one more big push, and maybe 2 more, they have enough time to do that, so.
Absolutely. It's all about making sure they get that pity clam this time, because last time I think they would have taken it first, if they had the pity clam.
Attack mode has 2 specials ready, 2 of the players just respond. I think they just recuperate, get a lot of claims, get a power clam going.
Seems like they're starting to push now with the Hydra on their street.
I saw a jump.
Backing
I
up.
don't know where it was. Yep, looks like they got flanked. That's
Yeah, I think that's two
not
of them up
gonna be-
there. One's
that's
backing
not
up.
Yeah, that's not going to be the best push, but that does stall attack mode quite a bit because, again, there's still 1 minute left on the clock. And one of their players disconnected, just saw it happen on attack mode side. Inception just needs one more clan, but unfortunately it doesn't get it in. I think 1 minute left on the clock. Attack mode could still do something, does throw in the clam. Points. Again, that does give Inception the pity clam, which will accelerate their KO if they do get one.
Absolutely. Or they could just opt to wait out. A bit of a more boring approach, but being there, they have an automatic man advantage. It's probably wiser.
I've noticed Inception likes to keep some of their players at 9 clams, which helps them be a little sneaky. Like, watch, now he's gonna suddenly have a power clam, and now he's gonna just go in.
Yep, attack mode aren't prepared.
That wasn't the first time I've seen them do that. Alright, so that will be a victory on Inception's part. Yeah, good job exploiting attack mode with the flanks. Now they've discovered attack mode doesn't really respond to flanks as well as they should. Hopefully attack mode can respond to that playstyle and counter it. Okay, so next up, we're going to see Game 2 on Tower Control Mako Mart. What do you think about this one?
Honestly, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's really not. It's different. It's a lot more close quarters, especially compared to a Snapper, where like backliners can just kind of keep their distance and just kind of pick off people from afar. But this one's a lot more like close quarters, flank oriented. I would argue, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably not going to see the Hydra back.
Yeah, for sure. I think perhaps, just more close quarters. We did see from last round, Coast Station Crusaders opt for like no backliner. Perhaps no one's going to use a backliner in this round. Anything's up for grabs on this map, I would argue.
Going into round 2, let's see what the comps are for this.
A V heavy.
V heavy versus a V remix. Interesting.
I don't disagree with them. I do play remix personally, and I do enjoy it on this map sometimes.
Yeah.
But V heavy, I think it's interesting because the Ray's not bad on tower control, but I would argue this map's maybe not totally necessary to have one.
Ooh, one pick straight away.
Yeah, both teams going for an immediate pick. Inception playing very aggressive. We'll see if they can counter that, because that person was very pushed up. I think attack mode kind of has an opportunity. They definitely have the turf opportunity in this situation. And speaking of turf, they do have to watch the turf control, because Inception has lots of good turfing weapons.
Absolutely. It does seem like Inception are going to be pushing towers shortly.
I think they want to wait for that Ray. Hopefully they can bait out that Ray, and then they could get something going. That is something I didn't consider initially with the Ray, because now that Heavy has the Ray, like they know as soon as they push, it's going to be stopped. So they have to be a little smarter about this. But the Heavy does go down, so...
Heavy does go down, this could be their opportunity.
Lots of specials going around. Inception definitely taking the opportunity to push right now with that Ray gone. Both Heavies are going to be fighting. This is always a weird checkpoint to get past.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's directly in front of that sniper position.
Yeah. Attack mode, kind of trying to keep their distance, but at the same time, it's not working out too well for them. Inception's doing a good job countering that. People immediately getting defeated.
Inception continuing to push up.
Inception's doing a good job harassing them inside their spawn, kind of just not giving them an opportunity to push out.
Attack Mode don't really have anything to answer it yet. One down on their side.
I think Inception's placed out at this point is just to keep the tower right there. Like, for as long as it's not on their side of the map, they can't really do much. But Attack Mode's doing a pretty good job countering that. In the sense that, like, now they have a Ray out, and they're going to get past this checkpoint. I think this is a really good checkpoint to get past, because for as long as you're right there, you're not going to be doing too well. But now they're past it, and the tower can move forward.
Attack Mode are making a bit of a comeback here.
Yeah, Attack Mode definitely getting a good lead.
You notice that the Heavy was a bit weak at the back, using Booyah.
Oh, and I did notice, I believe there's a disconnect on Inception's side.
Yeah, I think they do.
Didn't quite notice that. That would explain the sudden push too, but nonetheless, Attack Mode did a pretty good job at pushing up.
Seems like Attack Mode are just going to be able to push through with the triple kill. Nice.
Good K on their part. Good job, Attack Mode, evening out the score to a 1-1 in a playoff 3 set. Attack Mode's Heavy definitely shining with the 9 kills top frag. Not a common thing you see. So good job on his part. Okay, so we are going to be moving on to game 3 of round 3, Rainmaker Schellendorf Institute.
Oh god, this map.
Is okay, not anymore my least favorite map. This is still my least favorite mode, so I dislike this, and that's my 2 cents. But nonetheless, it's doable. And these teams have proven to have really strong backliners, and Schellendorf tests backliners. So,
Absolutely. Usually you see a ball point on this. I've seen charges though. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
yeah. Oops, looks like we're gonna have to reset the room real quick. We had a little bit of a host error, but that's okay. And we'll have to take a short little delay before round 3 starts. Sorry about that, but not too bad. We're still way ahead. Again, a lot of these round 3 games have been delayed due to some Battlefy server issues, I believe. I'm not sure specifics, but the stream game did start a lot earlier than a lot of these other ones, so. Okay, so all people are back in the room, and got that little issue sorted out, and we will be starting round 3 now. Round 3, game 3, my bad. On Rainmaker Schellendorf Institute. So we'll see, again, the scores are 1-1, so we'll see who takes this set. And like we mentioned before, both these teams have really strong backliners, and on Schellendorf Institute, both of them are going to be tested to their limits, because on Rainmaker Schellendorf, it really comes down to who has roof control, I would argue.
Yeah, I'd argue that too. Really, that roof is just such an advantageous position to hold.
For sure. And we saw heavies on both ends. I'm curious to see if one switches to ballpoint or maybe Hydra, or just Charger in general. So
we have seen a Hydra, so we've seen a Hydra.
That's right, my bad. Alright.
Yeah, absolutely.
Inception already has their comp sorted out while ATK Mode is choosing the rest of their weapons, and then we'll get started real soon.
They might be contemplating that Hydra. I think it was ATK Mode that played Hydra on the first map. I could be wrong, but
I believe I'm not sure, so I won't say, but I would expect a Hydra from one of these teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, Inception was running for a more turf-oriented comp last game, so hopefully, I don't know if we'll see that again, but like it kind of worked for them a little bit. I think ATK Mode started to take advantage of it, so it's interesting to see how these players adapt.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are seeing a Ray Heavy and a Heavy Remix, same weapons, very similar comps from both teams. Aside from, well, Inception did change to a K-shot. And
Heavy
both Heavies are going to be fighting. Love to see the Heavy fight. It's interesting to see the Booyah Bomb versus the Ray. I think Booyah Bomb is better than Ray, but like Ray has his place.
Yeah.
And Inception's going in. Didn't really do much about the people on left, but that does secure them a little bit of a lead.
ATK Mode seems like they're going for a flank on the backliner. Does go down.
Good distraction on their part, unintentional or not. That did get the Heavy down. And I think ATK Mode has an opportunity to push.
This is their chance to push.
They gotta do it now. Teammates aren't really supporting him. And there we go. There's someone there. I see him. So hopefully they can get a little further than usual. Really good support until they get to 43 points, then they'll be going down. I think that's still a really good spot for Inception. That's really doable. Not quite in their spawn yet, so.
Yeah, a push into the 40s this early on. It's nice to see.
ATK Mode, all of them are really separated, but they do have a spot to, or rather, a good opportunity for map control. But Inception has all the specials ready. With one player down only. I think they could still get something done. With Ink Armor going up and a Booyah Bomb ready. I think that would be a good time to Booyah, because all of them were in one spot. Especially right there. Hopefully we can see something. Gets one.
VR gets one. Inception trying to continue the push. I don't think they'll be able to. They have control of the roof.
Really what it comes down to is control the roof, and now is perfect proof of it right there. Seeing a trade up there. So that does open up the roof. Really good trade.
We'll take the roof again.
A really good trade, because that gets ATK Mode or the roof back. Just no one was on it. Not sure why they picked up the Rainmaker.
Yeah, it was a bit risky.
A bit questionable. Wow, I'm surprised he won that battle. To be honest, got two heavies.
That's the thing with this about the background, is they're constantly tested. You can win that heavy duel.
Ooh. I'm noticing lots of desperate Rainmaker pushes. That could have been something a little bigger if they identified an enemy. I think
quite close now. Inception do have the roof.
Oh, very good lead. Very close lead.
Very nice.
Again, still doable for both teams to get past that little choke point there.
Absolutely, less than half the match remaining.
Yeah.
There's a sense of urgency now.
I think both these teams need to kind of like slow down a little bit and like go for picks. Oh, that gets it past the choke point a little bit. I think ATK Mode's gonna have to try a little bit harder to get past that. And as I was saying, both these teams maybe need to consider like slowing down a little bit, sticking with the Rainmaker, going for more picks.
Absolutely.
Rainmaker's getting picked off a little too easily on both sides.
Backlining and Inception, watching that roof. Rainmaker resets.
ATK Mode going for that shield. However, they might not get it. They don't.
Armor's up for Inception. They don't have to do much. They're 10 points ahead.
Seeing that Ray out, maybe not the best timing for the Ray, but Inception still has
One goes down.
2 respawning in. We'll see if they can jump to him. And that bomb.
Narrow miss there.
And Tecmo doing a good job kind of creating a wall that they can't pass through. And that does take out the Rainmaker. Inception, this player's in a weird spot. Not sure what weapon that was, but looks like they left it. It was the slashing machine. Tecmo going down. Inception's definitely playing a little more.
You do have the Ray to work with the.
I was going to say defensive as they picked it up and pushed it even further into the spawn. But whatever Inception is doing, it's working. Attackman's not really doing a whole lot, but they do have the Ray, so I think they're awaiting that. They have a Booyah Bomb and an Ray, really good combo. And I think if they can take it left and support the Rainmaker was left alone a little bit, so.
I think it's going to come down to that K-Machine on the roof there.
I am unsure how he didn't dive up.
I don't know how
he just totally took that. But that will be Inception's win on the set, 2-1 against Attack Mode. But that was a weird match, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
But you know, it's a weird map mode. Lots of teams really kind of weird for them. So I think what both teams could have done was kind of support the Rainmaker player a little bit. But you know, communication's key. It's really hard to figure out, and you know, that's just how it is with competitive Splatoon. We are going to prepare for round 4 coming up soon. It's a little hard to tell when it is. I believe Battlefight issues are resolved, so hopefully it's soon. But until then, we're going to take a short break. So we'll see you then.